So, it's March, and as much as I've tried, I am finally out of Christmas cheer. We know what that means. Family Guy. Yes, another year has come and gone. Another year of love and sadness and fucking Family Guy. I tried this year. I actually tried to get back into the show, but I just fucking couldn't. I'm sorry, there's just too many flaws, and I still fucking hate it. Like last year, I'm gonna start this year off with pissing on Brian. So here's 5 more Brian episodes that I fucking hate. He's a family guy. Herpes the Love Sore. Brian, I'm not too surprised that you are passing out STDs left and right like they were fucking candy. I am surprised that it's just herpes and not VD. Now you may be asking yourself, hey Clockwork, if you're not surprised about it, then why do you hate this episode so much? Well, it's because he gives herpes to Chris and Stewie. After seeing two guys become blood brothers in a movie, Stewie says he wants to be blood brothers with Brian. Brian agrees with no hesitation whatsoever. He knows he has herpes, and when we find out that he knows he has herpes, what's his excuse?
Yeah, but, isn't the worst thing about herpes just the stigma? I mean, like what if it wasn't called herpes? Like what if it was called Boppo? Huh? Oh, I got a little Boppo. Oh, that's cute. Ah, I want Boppo.
No, I'm pretty sure changing the name wouldn't change how people feel about the virus. The name of the virus isn't the problem. It's what it does to you. Nobody wants to deal with spontaneous genital warts that come and go as they please for the rest of their fucking life. Oh, for the love of Neptune, I'm only like 2 minutes into this. He's a family guy. Brian the Closer. Okay, first off, I hate that fucking smile. I really fucking hate it. It's creepy, I have no idea what the fuck the animators were thinking, it's freaky, and it needs to be erased. Or burned. Okay, now that that is out of the way, what else do I have? Brian gets his teeth knocked out by a car. Quick side note, I love that part, and I thank you for that. And after he's turned into a walking can opener, he gets a job as a realtor. Turns out, hey, he's really good at being a realtor, and starts making a decent name for himself. His coworkers then tell him that anyone can sell a good house, but it takes a pro to sell a piece of shit. Brian then decides he's going to sell a piece of shit house to Quagmire. I'm getting really tired of this Brian versus Quagmire shit. It was funny the first few times, but I only ever see Brian being a douche to Quagmire and not the other way around. If you want to keep this joke going, then you're going to have to mix it up. Maybe like a harsh version of Spy versus Spy or something. But as it stands now, it's just another prime example of how Brian sucks. Even beyond all the fighting, you really need to think about what Brian is doing. Brian is deliberately lying about a potentially dangerous and possibly condemned house and selling it to someone. The fact that it's Quagmire is moot at this point because you could replace him with anyone and it would look the same. Brian is committing a crime and putting someone's life at risk. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to start calculating the amount of jail time all your bullshit adds up to. 8, 4. He's a family guy. American Gigolo. This one is a little different in how it pisses me off. All my other picks from both this year and last year have one big reason for me to hate Brian. But this one has many small reasons for me to hate Brian. Brian has lost his health insurance under the Griffins, so he finds a job at the local hardware store to get it back. So here's a quick rundown of everything he does in this episode.
This ain't a life vest, sister. It's a work vest from a little place called Mega Hardware. Yep, she's off kilter. I'm gonna have to plane her down.
Excuse me, do you have a small grocery cart I could put this boat-sized hunk of lumber in?
Probably out in the parking lot. Don't mind me. Just grab myself a cup of mud. I like mine black. Black as night. Tommy used to work on the docks. Union's been on strike. He's down on his luck. It's tough. So tough.
Now, if I'm going to be honest, this doesn't really bother me that much. But the asshole who writes this show fucking hates it. You know, as someone who busts their ass for 40 hours a week at Starbucks to make a living, this really does piss me off as a person. Riveting. Okay, back to the stuff that pisses me off. Brian takes advantage of a blind chick. Brian takes advantage of a blind chick. Brian takes advantage of a blind chick. Brian Do I need to say anything else? Play it again, Brian. Throughout the series, since the starting days of Family Guy, Peter and Brian have been best friends, putting up with each other's shit and helping out whenever possible. Now, with that, we as the viewers are also aware that Brian has very strong feelings for Lois, but has some dignity and keeps those feelings to himself. Until this episode. Brian wins an award at a trip to Martha's Vineyard for a short story he wrote. Peter and Lois have been fighting for a couple weeks, so Brian suggests that they come with them as, a little vacation. When they get there, however, Peter gets into his usual assholishness and blows Lois off. Lois and Brian spend the day together and top it off with a bad movie, steak, and champagne. Now this is where Brian really fucks up. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Lois mentions she's a little tipsy, and Brian immediately tries to force himself on her.
Oh my God, I attacked Lois. What the hell was I thinking? I'm a rapist.
Yes. Yes, you are. Rape allegations aside, dude, Peter has taken you off the streets, given you a home, keeps booze flowing through you somehow, and you pay him back by trying to bang his wife. Yeah, I acknowledge that he's pulled some shit at other times in the series when it comes to Lois, but this takes the cake. Not even Brian getting his ass kicked later in the episode makes me feel better. Well, I now decree that Family Guy month has officially fucking started. Yippee-ki-yay.